But now the big topic, and I think this is brilliant, is how do we educate mom and dad on financial decisions and on money, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Tough combo to have.
It is, and I think that last segment really springboards into this. I have young couples coming in, young families. One thing that I think is important is being able to communicate finances with our parents, especially as they age. So maybe today, my in-laws and my family, they're in a good footing. They're paying their bills, they're living their life, they're taking care of their grandchildren, including my own kids. And it's all fun, but as they age, we need to be able to engage them on that financial conversation, And what it boils down to is just being open about money today. Just like I said, you have to have that conversation with your kids, just include them in the talk. It's the same with your parents, it's okay to talk about money with them, and they're going to want to talk to you about it, especially, as they adjust their own estate planning documents, like their will. You want to be able to have that talk, and it's better to start early and just, it removes that uncomfortable, my wife, she seems to think that her parents are never going to die. But at some point, they're going to move on, and you're going to have to step up to the plate and either help them from an incapacity standpoint or, hey, they're not here anymore. What is the next step? I think what it all comes down to is perception. They still see us as their children. I think my dad's gotten a little bit more on board. Oh yeah, my son's a CFP. Yeah. He does this day in and day out. And I think for my family, the real crossover where, okay, yeah, maybe I should be asking him questions or just double checking myself with my son was, my grandfather, who's 90 something years old. His 30-year advisor left the business, and they still have assets out there, and like, we don't know what to do. They're trying to move it to this. Then that's when they actually chose to leverage me. But
wow.
I think the way, even if you're not in my industry, the way that you can engage them is just have candid conversations about your kind of what's going on in your life. One, because they want to be part of your life. And two, as you're doing the right things, it's going to demonstrate a level of maturity.
It could be a very sensitive conversation, but at the same point, you have to kind of lay it on the table slowly. And every personality is different, but I hate having these conversations with my parents. But I feel like more and more I'm asking, how's this going? How's the estate planning going?
If you're having a challenge talking with your parents, if you're having a challenge kind of laying it, I really am. So it's like, what do? I don't want them to be screwed when they're older.
Yep.
And maybe they're not setting themselves up the way that I feel like maybe they should be for overall security. And, and some of that's going to fall down on myself and my brothers and sister.
Not to be selfish, but you got to look out for yourself too. If they're not doing the right things, that's going to fall back on the kids.
100%. This is a conversation you need to have with your parents, okay? You really do. And some of our listeners are like, oh man, he's right, because I didn't have this conversation with my parents. And we had to cover the costs of the funeral, of this, of that, of
nursing homes,
nursing homes,
assisted living.